Alright, today we're looking at real world ratios. And this is going to be on page 33. And we're just going to look at some situations that you might see out in the real world that you could make into a ratio. So the first one says, at the 6th grade school dance, there are 132 boys, 90 girls, and 15 adults. What is the ratio of boys to girls? So we're looking at boys to girls. There are 132 boys and 90 girls. Now, I know that both of these numbers are divisible by 2. They're also both divisible by 3. So I know that that means they're both divisible by 6. So let's start there and see where that takes us. 132 divided by 6 would give us 22. And 90 divided by 6 would give us 15. Okay, thinking about all of my other factors of 22, that would be 2, and I know 15 is not divisible by 2. And 15 is not divisible by 11. So our ratio would be 22 to 15. Remember, there are also 2 other ways you could write that, as 22 over 15 as our fraction. And it is okay to have an improper fraction when we're doing ratios. Okay, I know that that looks like an improper, and we just came out of our fraction unit, but it is okay to have that when we're talking about ratios. Or we could have written 22 to 15. What is the ratio of boys to adults? So we're looking at boys to adults. There are 132 boys and 15 adults. I know that 132 and 15 are both divisible by 3. So that would give me a ratio of 44 to 5. Or again, 44 over 5 and 44 to 5. What is the ratio of boys and girls to adults? So boys and girls means that we're going to add our boys plus girls to adults. So B plus G compared to adults. I know that there are 132 boys and 90 girls. So if I add 132 plus 90, gives me a 2, 12, 2. So that would be 222 to 15. I know that both of these are divisible by 3. So that would give me a 74 to 5 ratio. And we can write our other two ways. Just like this. Okay, in the cafeteria, 100 milk cartons were put out for breakfast. At the end of breakfast, 15 remained. So 15 total milk cartons were put out for breakfast. Whenever they were finished, only 15 were left. What is the ratio of the number of milk cartons taken to the total number of milk cartons? So we want to look at taken to total. Well, I know that 100 milk cartons were put out and that 15 remained. So if we subtracted, that would give us 85 milk cartons that were taken. So the amount of taken is 85 to the total, which was 100. Both of these are divisible by 5. So that would give me a ratio of 17 to 20. What is the ratio of the number of milk cartons remaining to the number of milk cartons taken? So we're looking at remaining to taken, R to T. There were 15 that remained, and there were 85 that were taken. Both of these are divisible by 5. So that would leave me with a ratio of 3 to 17. Last one. Aiden wanted to write a ratio of the number of bananas to the number of apples in his refrigerator. He wrote 1 to 3. Is Aiden correct? Explain your answer. Okay, so this is what Aiden opens up his refrigerator and sees. He can see that he's got 1 apple and 3 bananas. So it says, Aiden wanted to write a ratio of the number of bananas compared to the number of apples. So B to A. He wrote 1, 2, 3. Is Aiden correct? Well, let's look. There are 1, 2, 3 bananas compared to 1 apple. So is Aiden correct in his ratio? No, he is not. Remember that order matters. This looks like he only has 1 banana and 3 apples. So we're going to say no. Aiden wrote the ratio backwards. It should be 3, 2, 1. That is our answer.